All right, race fans, here we go. We got the Clean Racing League. That's right. It's the Truck Series here, presented by Ghost Athletics here tonight. Dover. Well, I still call it Dover Downs. Has another name for it, though. But I still know it by the Dover. Gonna go with that. Miles definitely gonna be chewing up some competition tonight. Qualifying here. Austin feeling a little bit under the weather here tonight, so gonna long haul it here. Everybody's gonna sit back and enjoy the race. Stay tuned, that'll be a good one. Like Parker Collins, the man right now on pole. It's going to look strong here. See, we already got the, what is it? We got the Dusty Martin fans out there. Well, Dusty got a fan club. Chris Smith right there. Good field here tonight, too. Dover, concrete style track. I think it's kind of maybe one of a kind style track. I don't think there isn't any other concrete tracks on that up. Yeah, there's two. Dover, Nashville Speedway. I know Brooklyn and Martinsville have concrete, but it's not all the way. A little tidbit. Jordan Trask. Grant trying to see if he can't get his run in with Zachary Peterson. Solid field here tonight. Impressive if you can't bump old Collins off the top spot. Collins almost a tenth faster. Big Grant up the fourth. Looks like Trask's going to have to just fall right there in the second place spot. That might do in the qualifying here tonight. Still kicking off this season. Clean Racing League. Presented by Ghost Athletics. Got the CRL podcast out there, Grand's Designs. Also got to give a shout out to Apex Mountain Apparel. And as always, check out cleanracingleague.com. Parker Collins. Bad fast right now. Anybody got anything for him, though? It's going to be the question. Mike Kelly's been the man in the truck series. He won Daytona. He won Rockingham. Is he going to make it 3 for 3? And Mike right now starting in the 13th spot, which he's not qualified well for any of the races, but he's been there at the end. The one to stop him will be the question. Can anybody stop him? Oh, Collins. Good looking truck there by old Trask. Alloyed, man. Alloyed Motorsports. Representing this team out here. You got a good team too. Gillian, Curtis, Benelli, Brzezinski. Solid team. We got some good teams out here, by the way. Trash is trying. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. We're going to bring up Colin. Parker, Joe in the booth, got a copy.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Well, man, I tell you what, right now you're sitting on the top spot. How you feeling about this track here tonight?
I feel pretty good. That was all I had there in qualifying. I was really pushing it. Got the heart pumping pretty good after that one. Lots of adrenaline. Yeah, it should be a good race. Pretty curious to see how people manage the right front and right rear. I feel like I almost feel like managing the right rear is going to be more crucial because it's just really loose in the back end. So yeah, just trying to manage the tires the best we can. It's gonna be a long race. Hopefully we don't have a lot of cautions. I feel like we could, but hopefully not. But yeah, I'm really glad to be starting up front and staying away from all the carnage.
Think you got anything for old Mike Kelly?
Man, I hope so. I'd like to see somebody else win. I'd certainly like to see myself win. So that's the goal. Hopefully we're here talking to you at the end.
Well, there you go, man. Good luck out there, Parker.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Go get him back down there. The only dads, man, is good old Parker Collins. I know he's got the speed. I know he's got the talent. I know he's got the truck. It'll be a matter of whether or not he can just get that thing up there. Spun your second lap. Never touched the wall. Okay. At least qualify, though. Like you made the field, at least. In the Fruit Loop car. Truck, that is. Fruit and Loop. Slick out here. Concrete for you, Grant. Prepare for the... Man, I don't want to hear no call. Come on, Grant, now. Don't be jinxing it. No. Really? Man, Jacob Grant out there jinxing everything. Talking about going to be cautions. Lord, let's look at this... Let's look at the grid real quick. After I fix the ticker, man. Ticker, man. He wants to late. Ahead. All right, man on pole. Parker Collins out front with Jordan Trask right there in second. Seth Fowdy going to be the man in third. Jacob Grant up in fourth. Mike Haynes up in the fifth. Scott Simley there in sixth. We got Charles Van Scoyd. He's starting seventh. Matthew Gilliam, he's right there in the eighth. Evan Kinney starting ninth. Dustin Bumgardner, he's up in the 10th. Lane Osler starting in 11th. There's Ross Tatum in 12th. The man who's dominated so far this season, Mike Kelly, starting in the 13th. 14th, Jeremy Moyer. Avery Ghost, he's starting there in the 15th. Joe Spinelli in 16th. Tyler Honeycutt 17th. Logan Bricky, he's up there in 18th. Bobby Meadows 19th. We got Bradley Murphy in 20th. Zachary Peterson, 21st. Caleb Smith, 22nd. 23rd, we got Danny White. Right there in the 24th spot, we got Dustin Martin. 25th, Nathan Brown. 26th, Steve Gerber. 27th, Justin Curtis. 28th, Trevor Rain. We got 29th, we got Donnie Honeycutt. 30th, Bob Stevens. 31st, Eric Anderson. 32nd, Justin Carey. Joshua Gillian. 33rd, 34th, man, Jamie LaRock. 35th, man, Chris Smith. 36th, Joshua Altus. 37th, Zachary Fowdy. David Brzezinski, 38th. 39th, old Fred Garcia. So good looking field here tonight. 39 machines about to do battle. Dover. Monster Mile. Yeah. Well, it says 140 laps, but that'll go by pretty quick. If we get the green flag runs. Now, Jacob out there is trying to jinx us. Jacob, that just means you need to be patient. Clean Racing League. There's no doubt there probably won't be a couple cautions. I mean, it is a tricky track. Pretty tough. For any league, that is. All right, green flag. We're racing here. Dover style. Parker Collins and Company out front in this one. Get that good field. Now this won't be side by side for long. They will get single file after a while. You'll see some passing out here. But this is a tough place to pass. See him getting a little jockeying right here by the backside. Lane Hostler, defending champ, trying to get his season on the rails of going. Mike Kelly behind him, who's already got his season going. 2 wins in a row. Hey man, maybe I might need to let somebody else win. Collins up front. Couple Canadians back here. Man on Brecky. Gonna see, it's gonna be a bottom feeder style track. Oh, there you go. Boom, boom, it's over. That's Peterson. He gone. What I'm doing, did that a little help? 18's right there behind him. Loose, or did he just have help? Clean so far. Oh, you got a little bump. Into the wall. Tore up. Caution number 1 on the day. Well, again, I got to give a shout out there to Austin, man. I hope he's starting to feel better, man. And hopefully he'll get back up here this next week. So, Austin, get some rest, man. Booth with me, so get back up here in the booth with me. Hey, get set, go green. Collins out front. I know we got Dusty Martin fans out there. Who else do we got out there, man? Hooting and hollering. Enjoy all y'all out there, by the way. League here, racing league. Hey, go. Good luck, Tyler. Unfortunately, I was just a little too slow in qualifying to make the field. Donnie, sit back and watch as Tyler Honeycutt right now, since got a chance to get up to the front. Lights off on the pace truck. We're going green. Over. I know they renamed the track, but I still call it Dover Downs. Oh, it's in Delaware. Dover Downs, Delaware. All right, Parker Collins. Brass. Grant. Green flag. We're racing. Collins gets that jump on the field. There's a battle right here with Trask and Foudy. Foudy looks like he's going to have the preferred line there over Trask. Haynes is right behind him with Grant. Emily right there too. And just coming off those turns, just real tricky because you got that kind of like hump bump coming off. World is uh-oh, yellow flag. What we got? Oh, Jamie LaRock. Pick up in the back there. Then Jamie decides he's just going to lose it, come up the track, and then obliterate the 18 and obliterate himself. Ouch. Lost it. Ouch. Unfortunate there for Jamie. Concrete track. It is slick. The only way to, you're going to have to, one, be very careful on the throttle. Two, you got to back your turns up. So, patience is going to be a key factor here tonight. And, you know, trying to be over aggressive hurts you. Going to go back green here, folks. Soon. All right, caution. Going on the pace truck here. Go back green. How y'all feel about Dover out there? Dover to me is one. It's a very tough track to get around. It's not one of the tracks to drive. Very tricky. Very tricky. His car, lights off. Always at a bank here. If we get any more cautions, I might, especially if we can't get a couple guys up here, we'll talk to them. They're always at a bank. A little difficult also. Race truck's in. Got a good head of steam there by Collins. Bowdy, Haynes, Trask. They're going to go at each other. Trask got the preferred line, and oh, you can just see right there, man, coming out of that little bit of bump. Transition between the turn and the straight. There's more of a banking on the turns than they are on the straightaway. There's Jacob Grant right behind him. Here we go. Gilliam and company back here in a hot battle. Mike Kelly's in the mix of that. Evan Kinney's right there with him. The trucks, man, coming out the turns. Wiggly, wiggly. Rear ends are sliding. Gilliam right there on the inside. Kelly's taking on the outside. Truck on the inside wall down there. Unfortunately, that is Bobby Mantle. He was able to get that thing back going straight. Lose a lot of spots. That just takes us back to being slick. Real slick. Charles Van Scoit, man, 27 spots, man, unfortunate. Back here with Joshua Gillian in the Fruit Loop truck. That's a good looking truck anyways, I gotta give him credit. Get old Fred. Let me give a good old shout out to Fred. Ghost Man. He's not having a race he wants. Out here having fun though. Siski. There's some top guys, man, struggling right now. Dusty Martin back in 26. Kerry back in. I made a mistake the other week, man. I said Kerry was a past champ. He corrected me on. He said, I've been runner-up so many times. Or he was a past champ, but hey, he's a champ in heart. How's that? We'll say it that way. Joshua Alton, another 11 spots, but boy, he's got a long way to go. Brad says he wants to come up here. What's going on, Brad?
What's up?
Well, it's Dover.
Yeah. Dover and some unfortunate luck.
Yeah, Grant told me before the race, he said, it's going to be slick out here and it's going to be cautions. I say, quit jinxing it.
Yeah.
Know the slick part. Now, I mean, I know it's going to be slick. I knew that. So.
Questions, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
It is some really fun racing whenever we're green. Like, I had a blast the 10 laps I was in there.
Yeah.
But it is just super loose on the exit. You think you're solid coming out, of the turn, and then you hit that little hump that Dover has, and it just flings your truck around.
It's like a transition.
Yeah.
I call it the hump bump. Oh! Back to the wall right there. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Scott Simley. Everybody's being patient right now.
Looks like we got some tight battling from first through sixth. Anyone's game right there.
Yeah, they're all on nose and tail. You know, I was talking earlier, it's probably going to be pretty much a single file style race here. You know, very tough place to pass, too. Guy in front of you almost going to have to make a mistake for you to make that pass. Because getting on that inside, like you said, is really slick, really tricky. See some heavy movers right now. Caleb Smith up 10 spots. Eric Anderson up 11 in the back there. A couple of them up about 12 back in the back. And Altus, not the qualifying run he wants. He's back there in 24, so he's got some headway to make up here. And we got some guys with some trouble, like Charles Van Scoy. I don't know what happened to him. If he got caught up in that first incident or something, but falling back to 31st. He's down 24 spots. Ghost down 17, so I'm not sure if they maybe got caught up a little bit in that. I don't know, but Parker Collins still the man out front. Think anybody's got anything for old Mike Kelly?
With the run he's on right now, he looks unstoppable.
Crazy. He had a pretty good qualifying run. He's up 6 spots, though, there in 7th. His teammate Scott Simley there in 6th. But again, it's just one of these tracks. I mean, you can kind of see it right there, though. With it being loose, do you feel like maybe these trucks eventually get tight?
Yes. Going into the turn, after a few laps, you're definitely going to get tight.
So that might be the opportunity for the pass. Like you see right here for second. You see Haynes is able to scoot up underneath Foudy. But can he make that pass, man? Just making it stick. Off the turn is where the tricky part is.
Yeah. You really got to nail it to try and get somebody. But it's definitely going to get a little bit more interesting later in the race. I had some serious tire wear in practice. Like, we're talking about 1% per lap on both tires.
So you're saying whoever's the patient person out here that might be able to do better on the long run.
Definitely, because this thing will chew them up.
See right there, Haynes made that pass, and that's pretty much how you have to do it. Get him right going in the middle. The problem is, looks like Foudy's going to crisscross him back around, see if he can't take it back from him. Can he hold it down coming out of the turn is going to be the question here. Oh, that truck.
That's going to make it tricky.
Ow. I almost caught him at the wrong spot. Side by side. Yeah, Foudy right there. He got loose. You saw the truck kind of get wiggly coming out of the turn. So I think tracks like this, I'm like with you, guys that are better on a long run, you know, saying that we do get long runs. Right now, we're on a pretty good one. Guys that might be like Joshua Altus, who very much kind of conservative style driver who likes longer style run. Parker Collins right now, a little longer style run there. So I think it's going to favor some of those guys like that, where the more aggressive drivers out here that, I don't know. Looks like Grass taking over Grant right there.
Yeah, because even if you get late caution, being aggressive is only going to do so much here, even on a fresh set.
Yeah.
You really can't force your way around here.
About the only advantage they have, I mean, green, white checker, and you're on a new set of tires. About the only time you'd want to be like full on flat out. Those tires up. I was looking up earlier an interesting fact there. There's only 2 tracks in NASCAR that are fully concreted. This one, Dover, and Nashville.
Yeah.
I knew this
Nashville
one,
is
but I
known for
wasn't-
chewing them up too.
Yeah, well, I knew this one, but I didn't know Nashville. Now I know Bristol and Martinsville have half a concrete. I think their turns are concreted. Kelly makes that pass. Assemblyman falls back. Gonna have Evan Kinney come up underneath him. There's old Ross Tatum. Lane Hostler, man, a defending series champ. A couple guys wanting to get their season, man, rolling on the right track so far. Kelly got loose. That Kelly or was that Kenny?
I think it was Kenny.
Yeah, to see that transition. You know, you're always at a banking around this track here, Brad. But it's a slider banking, man, on the front stretch. So that's where that transition between the turn and the straight and back stretch. Only holding the 7th. Tatum right there with him and Hostler. Gilliam, Baumgartner. Guys are being quite patient right now. Still see, man, these trucks bouncing around, though. I never could figure this track out. I don't know about you. Obviously, you got wrecked, but I couldn't figure it out. And it was coming off that turn was where I would always. It's almost like that Darlington. Darlington was another one that coming off the turn really got me.
Yeah.
But it's coming off this turn because it wants to throw the truck up into that wall, and then that transition. If you try to overcorrect it, you get so loose, like you said. Just I'd either come out of the turn too slow, lose all momentum, or I'd end up slamming the wall or something.
Yeah, and momentum's pretty big here because you messed up 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is already jacked up a little as well. You ain't got a whole 1.5 miles straight to get back on it.
Absolutely. I still call it Dover Downs, Dover, Delaware. I know it's something else now. I think it's almost like Atlanta. I will always know that as Atlanta Motorsports.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not on TV and radio, folks. I'm not obligated to say Echo Park, right? It's a. What did they rename this one to? They renamed it to something.
What is it? It's a Monster Mile? Or am I thinking of something else?
Well, they call it the Monster Mile. Miles the Monster, obviously, he comes out here chewing up some like he's chewing up some cars.
Yeah.
Do some investigating.
I know there's another track that they changed to Echo Park as well.
This Dover Speedway is officially called Dover Motor Speedway. Famous. It is famously known by its nickname, the Monster Mile. So it's Dover Motor Speedway. I think they dropped the Dover Downs part. Dover Downs Motor Speedway, I think they dropped the Dover. I still always know it. I know it for that. They didn't get rid of Miles and put like Mickey or something.
Yeah.
Could have changed it up and said, you know, we're gonna put Sheila as the monster. I don't know. Could have done. Gonna get canceled off of YouTube now. Battle for second. Faldy with Haynes right there along with it. Trask. In fact, you can just see that truck getting loose now on the inside. What do you think about that? Good battle.
Oh yeah. I'll say Faldy's definitely in a better spot right now, holding that inside, just saving that little bit more of tires. If Parker Collins wasn't here, this would be an amazing battle for the lead. A little squirrely there on by Faldy. That's going to invite Trask. Let's see what he can do on the inside of Faldy now.
All right.
Getting into each other a bit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, you know, that's just one of these tracks here, man. You get loose, gonna get up there and into somebody, but trucks, man, a couple cautions early on. Been pretty green here so far, and you know, I always say in the name Clean Racing League, there are certain tracks though, Brad, that I don't. Doesn't matter. Seems like got pit stops too. Mike Kelly's first one on pit road. That, you know, no matter how good you are, the track's just gonna win.
For sure. Especially depending on some of these tracks, they get so hot. You're gonna have a few guys that are just gonna bring some qualifying laps into the race, get a little squirrely, but most of the time we try and keep it as clean as can be.
These scheduled pit stops. We got Grant on pit road. So I say Kelly on pit road.
They should be. We had about 56 laps of fuel per tank.
Okay. We're at 52 right now. Well, you think with the caution, take a look. I guess tires might be the issue too.
Yeah.
Except for Collins out there. Collins is probably going, I don't need tires. Collins, that super truck. Juiced up.
Caution out. And that's going to hose up them early pitters.
Yeah, let's see what we had here. See who like Steve Gerber and Bobby Mantle. What happened back here in the back? We're riding here with Gerber. All got together.
Yeah, got tight coming out. Probably got loose hitting that bump.
Bobby said he wanted a little bit of baby food. That is kind of fitting, man. Steve Gerber has got Gerber life on the truck. That's just too cute.
Yeah, somebody made the suggestion in our Discord, and he's like, all right, yeah, that sounds good. And he just started running that scheme.
Gerber life, man. Yeah. Probably not right now. He's probably thinking, man, I want to bet a race. Okay, so we saw Kelly, Grant, and them come on pit road. They didn't come down now on his caution. Obviously, they got trapped a lap down. Pitting on the green flag. They don't have to get the wave around. Wondering those older tires, is this going to hurt them or not?
I think they had about 2 or 3 laps. With the tires being cold, I don't think it should be too bad, but they might fall off just that tad bit sooner.
Yeah. Well, Jacob Grant was the one who was saying that his truck was loose. Oh. He pitted. Just a... Jacob, join the booth. Got a copy?
What's going on, Jeff?
Well, you said before the race, some cautions. There've been a couple, but we've had some pretty good long green flag runs. It's a slick track. Now, you just pitted right there, and I know you'll have to do the wave around. How will those older tires real quick affect you as opposed to those guys on newer tires?
I have new tires, Joe. I went down and took tires. I ended up 2 laps down because the caution came out in the cycle, and me, Mike Kelly, and Caleb Smith are all trapped 2 laps down, waving around here, and gonna fight for the lucky dog. But track is definitely very slick. Got to be very patient on your throttle. If you enter in too hard, you're gonna kill your right front. Too much throttle in the corners, you can kill your right rear, and it just makes it painful on the exit of the corner, especially whenever you get under somebody. So somebody gets really close to your bumper, like right before touching you, it makes the truck really unstable as well too. So it's definitely a handful. It's interesting. It's going to be stay in front of Mike and Caleb here and survive at the same time. So we'll see what happens.
Good luck out there, man. What's up?
High five.
High five. Okay. Back down there. All right, get him back down there so we can get to the start. Pace truck's in. Here we go. And you heard it right there. And so he did come on pit road. So they sacrificed the wave around since they were 2 laps down anyways to hopefully get the lucky dog. They feel like there's going to be another caution. So it does keep Grant and Kelly a lap down along with Caleb Smith back there. So now's when, I mean, Kelly and Grant are going to battle each other, obviously, because we want the lucky dog. And now's when those two are really just going to be patient.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, you got to watch out. The field bunches right back up. They might bring out another yellow right back.
Absolutely. About mid-pack right here. Got the 7 there. Matthew Gilliam, Evan Kinney in the mix. Go Bumgarner. Altus up 23 spots. He's right there in 13th. Count him out. He'll be there at the end. And there's one caution, and that's going to help Grant. Grant's going to get the lucky dog. Spinelli. As everybody calls him, Spinelli. Ooh. That thing just... loose is fast. Sometimes too loose ain't fast. Tore it up. Grant, well, the lucky dog that he wanted.
Yeah, that's what's tricky too. Like when somebody gets loose in front of you after these restarts, it's not like a little skirt. Like it's snapping and biting at the same time. So it's hard to check up on a lot of these.
Absolutely. Got Collins and Foudy. Foudy's been up there though. Owen Haynes, they've been there. Little concrete style track here. Over. Where we at tomorrow night? Let's see. The elite. Good race last week. And we are at Dover. We're Dover.
It's gonna be interesting in the Xfinity car.
Yes. We're Dover at Arca. So it's Dover week, folks. Right. All the Dovers. Dover for Xfinity, Dover for the Arca. Now, Arca won't be too bad here. That car should actually drive pretty good around this track.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a fun one.
The Xfinity one. Well, we're gonna see who the elite drivers are tomorrow. They're gonna have their hands full with that car. I mean, if the trucks are full, I know the Xfinity. But what do you do? Combat that.
Could be as precise and smooth as possible. Like they say, smooth as fast. It's definitely true with those cars, because if you're not smooth in the Xfinity car, you almost have no hope of finishing the race, I would say, as you're just going to eat up that car, and that car is going to turn on you eventually.
Been a Collins up front all night long. On with Foudy, Haynes, Brass. And if we don't get another long green flag run, then I know Collins is loving what he's seen out front. He struck in. Go. Flag. Back at it again. Haynes and company behind him are going to be the ones battling. Brass right there. That battle in front of him. Honeycutt's moved up 12 spots so far. I know Donnie out there said he missed the field on qualifying, but he's hoping Honeycutt has a good run, and so far he has.
I got a feeling that turn 2 exit is going to be painted black by the end of the night with these guys bouncing off the wall.
We're going to get the Dover stripe instead of Darlington stripe, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. Right now, it's all Trask in third. Collins out front with Foudy there in second. Hostler has moved up to fourth. Man, I tell you, Lane finally pulling it off last season, getting that championship. Have a couple seasons there, he was pretty much the one that they said was going to do it, but got to that final 4 race and then just could not, close the deal. And then had that dismal season and then bounced back and was able to get the championship finally away from old Ross Tatum, who was sitting there in 6th. A few trucks back there in the back, man, knocking the wall down.
You can't ever count playing out at these short tracks. He is a short track killer.
There he is, up to 4th, like I said. Right there, but good battle right here, though, around about 10th place spot. It's Gilliam, Haynes, Breaky. If I'm saying his name right. Breaky?
I'm not sure.
I've been saying Breaky. He hadn't corrected me on it yet, so either that or he probably just like, well, whatever, man. It's a joke. Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I appreciate it. Haynes right there too with Kenny. Gardner and Company, Curtis. Now Mike Kelly is the first one a lap down, so if caution does fly, he will get that lucky dog. Jacob Grant was able to get it last time and been able to move back up to 21st. Got a little work to do. Ghost Machine tonight, not in his normal Grant's design. Oh, who's that in the back? Oh, Stevens. Oh, and he collects some other trucks. Who's that, Evan Kinney? Ah. And Joshua Gillian. They're like minding their own business. Next thing they know, they got a truck in front of them. Vodka getting loose. I've seen it all night long. Look. There's a little contact or not there. He just didn't come out of that bump. Well, 90 truck up on the top. Oh, yeah, he came down, just got almost into Kelly and kind of ricocheted right off of him. And from there, got Evan Kinney and now got poor old Fruit Loop Gillian.
Eric Anderson as well.
Tough night for drivers out here.
Yeah. Yeah, myself, I just got collected. Somebody just fortunately got loose, tried to overcorrect, came back up on the track, and my right wheel was completely off the truck.
You know, and that's just, you know, I've talked about that, and I've talked about like the fast fix versus no fast fix, and I like the fact here that this league and most leagues don't run the fast fix. It does. You know, it sucks, man, that you get caught up in somebody, you know, something else or something on track. But it's racing. We've talked about that a multitude of times. Sometimes when you're on the good side, sometimes you're on the bad side.
It's best to have that authentic experience, I feel.
That too, yep.
Mike Kelly should be on the lead lap now, correct? He should get his lucky dog here. First one a lap down.
Yeah, so you'll see Kelly's going to get back on the lead lap here. So he's happy about it. Able to go, he's going to be able to go on pit road, and you see him right there. As far as I know, the rule is you get the lucky dog, but you can't pit until all of the lap cars pit. And then after that, you're going on pit road for yourself as a lucky dog. Now, if you do a wave around, you can't pit at all. Although I know they've changed some rules. One being that last week we saw that rule with the wave around deal. Now, my understanding in the past was the wave around was as long as all the lap cars pitted, you can get the wave around. But if one of the lap cars stayed out, then obviously you don't get the wave around, which is kind of what iRacing did last week in a nutshell. But there is a difference of that rule. I'll read it out here in a little bit. To me, it's a little more complicated. I think they should have just stayed with everybody green or whatnot. So,
yeah.
Pace trucks in. Here we go. Evan Kinney up front. Kenny and Collins did not pit, or actually Brown did not pit. Brown didn't get the start he wanted. Collins is just, with those new tires, yeah, he's going to eat them alive. Brown's just going to fall right back. So that shows you right there what the tire wear and the differences in tires.
About almost 20 laps of wear and already huge.
Absolutely. Got Simley right there along with it with Honeycutt, Altus, Gilliam, Brecky, and Bumgardner. Oh, got a little flag and Bob Stevens. The night he wants. Face on him. Lost it off the turn.
Yeah, he may have some damage from the last track, made the car a little bit more unsettled.
What's the one down here? I mean, the only way to combat that is just pretty much egg under the throttle. I mean, just got to be easy. I mean, that's about the only way you can combat that, you know?
Yeah. And it's tricky when you get back out there with not 100% car, trying to figure out what you got, trying to keep up, and also trying to monitor how the car is feeling.
Also had newer tires that was kind of cold, too.
Yeah.
Gotta watch at me coming out there with those tires. Got to get them up heated and get them up on their heat cycle. Well, we're past halfway in this one here. Over here tonight. And a good one. Caution here. Step away, take the break. Be right back.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
All right, we're back here, folks. Here we go. We're going to get set. Lights off on the pace truck. Collins and company up front with Kenny right there with him. And McKinney, he pitted on lap 55. We'll have to see how well he holds on to it here. Oh, Brown, man, fall back real quick. I think if it goes a little long green flag run, he's not going to hang on, but here we go. Pace truck's in. Lane Hostler up 8 spots. Green flag. And he gets a start there. See what Hostler's able to do on the inside. Just those newer tires should be able to gobble him up quick.
He's holding it pretty well.
He is. He's holding pretty good. All right. Give him credit.
Exit's where it's going to be the big difference.
Yeah, you can see it right there, too. Yeah. I mean, in through the middle, but you saw that exit right there. He just can't hold it down. Those guys can on those newer sets. Got Honeycutt up there, man. Look at Altus up 30 spots. I told you, man, that blinking he's there.
Yeah. He'll always find a way.
And I don't know how he does it, but he does. It's just every time you turn around, boom, he's right there. He's up 30 spots.
Wow.
Yeah. The battle behind him there with Brecky Man and Assembly. Two guys going at each other. That's on the outside there. Breaky's on the inside. Gilliam right behind him. Like, man, Assembly's going to take it on the high side. For the most part, we've seen this be a low line style running track, but at any point, we did have that long one green flag run, but at any point, maybe the middle might come into play, or is it just going to stay? To me, it feels like it might just stay that low line.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you're by yourself, that low line is the way to go, but maybe you have saved your tires a little bit more. Guys kind of holding you up in front. I think you could definitely take advantage of the middle or the top lane, get a big run going.
Awesome. Van Score's been able to bounce back. Remember, he was falling all the way back to the back there. Moved back up to 14th. I don't know about 3 wide here, though. That's probably not a healthy way to get up to the field. Jacob Grant's taking it up there with him, too, with Danny White and company. Actually, it's like one of those slower trucks maybe falling off. It's actually... Nathan Brown came in. See Mike Kelly right there in the mix. That's Fowdy right there too. So it's a couple of trucks that was up front, trying to see if they can't make their way back up front. But I mean, if we get long green flag runs, I mean, his laps will tick off pretty quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just don't know. Will they have to pit again? I think they
so.
will. Yeah, I think they.
Might have Altus try and make it. It wouldn't surprise me if he could.
Well, there's 78 or 77 is the last time the furthest have. I mean, Altus and all those guys up there pitted it at lap 72, like Collins and all. So obviously they got to go 40. 90s, 50, 80, 60. They'd have to go 68 laps. That's a stretch.
Yeah, that'd be saving about 12.
Now, obviously, we're not talking about if there's a caution come out, though. There's a caution come out probably now for, lap 89. So if there's a caution that comes out anytime now, everybody's coming in. The question being is, sets of tires. How many sets did he give them? 4 extra sets. No. Not including the set that came in with. Okay, Collins is good. He's only pitted twice. Lane's pitted twice. Kenny's pitted only once. And he's actually holding pretty darn good. To have pitted at lap 55, they hold pretty good there. Impressed.
Yeah.
So they all have actually 2 extra sets, and now that's something interesting that I would like to see interesting. First, maybe go back and evaluate some of the races like this, and go, okay, y'all did it on 3 sets of tires, even with all the caution. I'm going to give you only 3 extra sets. Because then it would be interesting if the caution flew towards the end. Nobody's going to have that extra set of tires.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're like Kenny, who saved.
You have some of these guys out here hiring some crew chiefs.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, as of right now, the scenario would be Collins. Obviously, everybody's got to pit one more time. I just don't think anybody's going to make it 60-some laps. So I think anytime between now and probably within the next 10, maybe the 15 laps or so, you're probably going to see some people come on pit road. From that point on, you're still going to have one more set just in case a caution comes out. Now, whether or not you're going to take that, because we still got 32 cars on the lead lap. And you've got to keep that in mind. If you pit and nobody else pits, you're going to be way back in traffic. And you're just not going to have enough time to come through the field. Not here anyway. But if a lot come in, and only a few stay out, you're one of the ones that come in. Yeah, it could be beneficial then.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Kenny. I mean, he's proven that you can run on older tires. I mean, I see the guys behind him on newer tires. Obviously, like right here, Joshua Altus. And, you know, they're going to go by him. But it's taken them a while to do it. That's what I'm looking at. You can see Altus right now. He's going to make the pass. But it took him a while to make that pass. And like Scott Simley. I mean, because the fall off, other than the leaders up front of Hostler and Collins, who have ran 23.8, 8.4, and 8.3. Grass ran a 20, well, he ran a 23.9. But 24.12 is Altus, 24.1 is Trask. I mean, 24.4 is what Kenny is. He's 4/10 roughly, let's say, off the pace. Which is not bad for almost, what, 20-some lap old tires?
Yeah.
And they're just getting older?
Yeah, he's managing them.
Absolutely. Gilliam right here, too, along with Simley. Got the one in front of them, Lebrecki. To see which one that benefits. Right now, looks like it's going to be Gilliam. Simley's going to have to bail and go to the back. All Collins out front. Tell you what, though, man, Hostler is running about the same lap time. Last time it was an 02 to 05. And they're kind of flipping between each other. Guys are putting some times down.
Yeah, like I said, you definitely can't count Hostler out at these short tracks. He's got pace and tire saving here. The only tricky part really that's going to be for him is actually getting that advantage. Because right now they're running so evenly, and then also you got some lap cars holding you up as well.
Now, we saw Mike Kelly do a feat last week, obviously winning, second race of the season, but he led every lap. Collins tonight, from my understanding, I think he's led every lap so far.
I think so.
Caution out. Now this is what they probably wanted to see, as Mantle unfortunately spinning. Bobby didn't want to see it, but everybody else did. And, he just got tapped. Spin around.
Had a little bit of help.
So this is going to set up your pit stop here. I mean, I don't see anybody staying out.
I don't think so. You gotta come in.
Evan Kenny's jumping up and down now.
Kenny.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Man. Kenny's jumping up and down saying, heck yeah, I'm only going back to 7th spot. I just don't see anybody staying out. I'm
just heard Jordan come over the radio and say he had enough fuel to make it to the end. So maybe there are some guys that's saving pretty well out here.
okay. I think it's the tires that'll be the question.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely would be snail mailing it if he did not have tires at 140. Let's see.
What in the world are they doing back here?
Nope.
We saw Ghost got involved in a wreck here on caution lap. What happened back here? Like we said, everybody's on pit road, by the way.
Checking up.
Ghost.
Ah.
wrong gear, hit your brake, something.
Yeah. That's like I was saying earlier about Dover. You come around that turn, it's there, right? Like, boom. Maybe you just didn't see it. Some of these guys, I know they run real low FOVs, so he might have just seen it as he got that car straight and slam on the brakes.
Colin Hostler come on off pit road. Honeycutt, so like I said, everybody. 4 tires and fuel, except for Justin Curtis. He just took fuel or 2 tires. Not quite sure why, but well, he's out for him. Carry, he took a little optional damage repair on that one. Doing pretty good, Brett. How you doing? We got a good race going on out here so far. Collins is, like I said, I think he's led every lap so far. I wish there was a way I could tell. SDK don't give me that information. Don't give me like laps led. Good. Gives me how many times they pitted and everything else. That's the only thing that don't give me, laps led. Yeah, something I need to send to them and say, well, y'all can add on a guy's laps led.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty useful information, especially here in Oval.
Good. Oh. Well, I mean, road racing, really, sometimes, time sub don't matter and whatnot, but the oval side, heck yeah.
Especially Super Speedway, figure out who's losing more fuel.
Yeah. Plus, it'd be interesting to show how many lead changes. That'd be another thing. Lead changes and laps led. There's 2 things I don't have info on. And I should. Nasty thunderstorm. I hear you. We're about to have a thunderstorm on the track here as we get green flag. Collins gets that jump he's got all night long. Gonna leave these guys back here battling side by side. Honeycutt, Hostler, Trask, Altus, Kenny, and a mess happening in the back. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Kelly! I don't know how he skinned his way through that.
Wow.
But
I think I saw about 6 wide back there.
yeah, it was. I'll have to figure out. It looked like the 12, I believe it was, that. Not. Right here with Kelly, I know. It was kind of further up, I think, but. It was a 45. He got loose. Yeah. And I don't know how those trucks stayed straight. They did.
We should go in the in-car of Mike, see how crazy that was.
Let me start here. Yes, it is. You're always on a bank here at this track. That's one thing about it. It's like spinning the tires on the front is what that was.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Jacob Grant right there, and Mike's just hanging on. He's just going, please don't wreck in front of me.
Yeah.
Able to make it through. I think he got any damage, Mike did. He looked pretty clean, so he should be all right. Been all Collins tonight, though. 106 here for the Clean Racing League. Go check them out on cleanracingleague.com. Get you up to date on everything going on in the league. Got to go shout out to some great sponsors. Ghost Athletics, CRL Podcast. Check them out on YouTube and Spotify. They put out some new episodes every Friday. And we got old Grant's Designs. We see Jacob's trying to see if he can't claw his way back out here. Good truck paints out here for us. Go Apex Mountain Apparel. Check out apexmountainapparel.com and use the code, I think it's CRL2025, and get you one of them CRL shirts. I have to go check it out myself. I wish they sold hats. Like
Oh, yeah,
hats.
that'd be
Like
awesome.
hats better than shirts.
Well, Apex, if you're listening,
There
you got
go.
2 buyers right here.
Yeah. Now this is interesting. You have Eric and him coming on pit road. Remember we were talking about that extra set of tires?
Yep. See what they can do. It's gonna be tricky, but
I know might have had to come in because I know Jacob, remember, he got slammed a little bit there. He's got a little damage on that truck. Look at this coming on pit road.
yeah, that entry to pit road. Luckily, they haven't had to do a green flag stop, but that is a very tricky entrance. Very slick and 35 miles an hour.
Coming off that banking.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to get down there on that banking. And yeah, so one thing about this track, we talk about before we go green here. Physics. It's a physics thing, folks. I'm not going to get too scientific into it, but this is a self-cleaning track. Everything goes down. Unlike Daytona, where everything goes up. And I know you're thinking, but it has a higher banking. Yeah. Don't ask me how it works. It just works. I don't know. It just, some reason it just does. I have no clue. I'm not a physics major out here. But green flag back. Collins out front with Hostler there. Honeycutt along with him. It's almost like the fuel conversation I was having the other night about the fuel pickups on where they're at on some of the cars and trucks. They're actually on the right side, and you would think, well, why they're not on the left side? They're always tilted to the left. Well, being when they're at speed, gravity forces the fuel up to the right. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of contradicting, but it does, and we got a big one in the back here. Oh, and that's Ross Tatum. Man, he gets destroyed.
So many big names getting caught up in that.
That is. See what happened to him. He's right there in that 91. The little Debbie machine. No snacks for him tonight. Right up underneath the 54s there. Maybe there's a checkup in front of him or something, or... Oh, looks like the 54 got a little loose and they just got together and damaged the front of that truck. Definitely wheel damage. See that wheel? It's cocked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's
Might
done.
tow, too.
Yeah, he did. He towed it. Done. Man, that's a tough one for him.
Well, it doesn't make me feel so bad for getting wrecked out.
What's that? Yeah, Brad. See, look. I'm the best man can have bad. Cautions do breed cautions. What's a tricky track? We've been talking it all night long out there. It's very slick. And, we were talking, I always say it's in the name Clean Racing League. But there's some tracks, and I mentioned this earlier, that I don't care how good you are. And I've broadcasted some very, very good leagues that, this being one of them, that can take a lot of races, green flag. But there's some tracks to where they just, I don't care how good you are, they're going to make you pay and suffer. Phoenix comes to mind a lot of times.
Yeah.
I've seen good races there. I've seen some very bad races. I've seen some bad races, some good drivers there. I mean, that's like, that track is just, I don't know.
Yeah. Especially with that dog leg that chews up the tires.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know how some of these drivers are going to pull back up the dog leg. It's a very nerve-wracking track when you're out there.
Now, I know, Collins has been out front all night long, but we haven't really touched on some tracks. It doesn't matter. Some tracks it does, but being that this is concrete, the cold, the heat cycles through these tires, How do you think that's kind of affecting them out there? Obviously, Collins has got it figured out. 'Cause yeah.
They definitely heat up quicker and just start burning after a while. I don't know if we've really had a run since they put on this new set to truly fire them up and start wearing them down. My guess is that they'd probably be at 99, 98% on their tire wear currently. But we will see once they get out here. Parker Collins has been nailing every start too. Lane's definitely gonna have to get a little run on him to not get stuck up behind and start fighting for the win early here, because we are, even though the laps are going by slow, we are running out of laps. About to hit lap 115 as we go to green here.
Yeah, and he's going to need some green flag ones. I mean, the caution's not helping Lane, like you just said. And yeah, you're right out there, Brett. Dover is one of the tricky tracks, and well, we're in for a treat because the next 2 nights after the night, it's all Dover this week for the Clean Racing League. Tomorrow night we got the Elite Series. Wednesday night we got the ARCA Series. We got the trucks right here. Collins hang on and win it though. He gets a good jump again there with Hostler and Trask right behind him. And it looks like Hostler might clear Trask. Look at that in fourth place, up 32 spots. Awesome.
You can't count Jordan out either. He's been having a win coming here soon.
Had bad luck.
Yeah, either bad luck or just right in the fight, just didn't quite get it.
In a lot of these trucks right now, we saw them coming off those turns, kind of ricocheting off the wall a little bit, and you sit back there too, getting loose. Round about right here around the 13th place spot with Martin, Ryan, and Fowdy. Kelly back up to 11th. He's been able to claw his way back up. And it's back up there to 19th. Still everybody's just trying to be patient here as much as they can. Gilliam right there in the 8th place spot. Duke Collins led pretty much every lap in this race. He's been close to winning it this, so far this season. Been up there.
He's definitely got one coming.
Joshua here, trying to work over the back end of Trask. Is he going to be able to take that 3rd place spot? And hey, you give that man probably some long green flag runs, he might get up there. Just see how tough it is to pass here, though. It's going to take him a couple laps to get this pass done. If he can get it done.
Yeah.
I think Trask is going to have to make a mistake for him to even get up underneath him. Yeah. Collins out front, Hostler there in 2nd, Trask holding the 3rd. All just trying to do everything he can. Honeycutt having a good night there too with Logan Breaking. And we got Gilliam right there in 7th. Kenny. Got Simley up in the 9th, along with Kelly there in 10th. Kelly might not win, but he has definitely been able to fight back, get back to the top 10. Most of the field sprung out here single file. Grant right there in the 18th spot. Van Scoit right there along with him. Remember, he went a lap down earlier.
Yeah. I got spun around on that caution too. He's been fighting to stay in. Pretty good result for how much he's had to go through tonight.
Absolutely. Oh, Honeycutt back here working on the back of old Altus. Good, laps winding down. We're 16 to go here at Dover. All Parker Collins. Has Lane Hostler got anything for him?
Looks like he's starting to close up just a little bit.
Well, he was a touch faster. Collins, that last lap was a 34 to a 27 on Lane. And you see Trask back there with a 39, so not sure. You know, we talked about the heat cycle in the tires. You know, at some point they could affect the driver and the truck. A little bit slower. Hostler's been able to pick it up.
Yeah, if you're Hosler or Trask right now, you do not need a caution.
The problem is, as fast as he is, see right there, man, Collins kind of just bumped up the track a little bit. So he'll catch him, but passing him is going to be the problem.
Definitely. You might need to put that front bumper to use a little bit if he wants to get the win here.
It's going to be a tricky one. There's a little ground now. Looks like maybe Collins might have found his way, picked it up a little bit. In a 57-61. Trask is right there. Lap truck gets up and out of the way.
Yeah, you love the relief of that. Whenever you're in a good spot, you see him pop right up.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, Collins could have right there been saving a little bit, and Hostler, because now you can see Trask kind of maintaining. Now that lap he was a little bit slower, 79, but Hostler was 282. So it looks like Collins has picked the pace back up to where he normally was. He could have been saving a little bit there, like tire wear wise. Fuel should not be an issue. I mean, they all pitted at 103, so he definitely got enough. 10 to go.
10 to go. It's time to let it all out.
Absolutely. Oh, Collins, Hostler right there along with it, Trask in third. Altus has been able to pull that thing up 32 spots in fourth. Heck of a feat. Honeycutt, man, up 12 right behind him there in fifth. Could turn into a battle for fourth and fifth. Thing is, though, just because you could pass a guy here, though, and I've talked about this in the past here too, Brad. What it takes just to, you know, time-wise, just to go blowing by a guy, and yeah, you can catch him. But you're going to have to be a solid. Had the guy make a mistake like that, and you go right by him. But you're going to have to be a solid. I'm going to say, at the very minimum, a tenth and a half, just to just zoom right by him. You know.
Oh, definitely. I'd say even 2/10.
Yeah. So and if you're anything less than that, sure, you're going to go by him eventually, but it's going to be some laps to do it, just like we saw right there. I mean, even with Altus, you know, hitting the wall, you saw it took him a couple laps just to get around him. I mean, yeah. So I talk about that when I say it. A lot of people are like, well, man, that guy's faster. Well, it's like the perfect example of this battle right here. Little Gilliam and Brecky, those two guys. Yeah, Gilliam might make it around right there. Eventually, he's going to make it around, but it's going to take him. This is when we talk about a hard place to pass. It's meaning this is it. Just tough to get around a guy.
Lane's starting to look on Parker now.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see if he can do anything here.
Close the gap. Down to 2/10, right at 2/10. It'll be interesting. But they were running almost in again. They're running almost 26-29. So even if Lane gets there, passing him is going to be the problem.
Yeah. It's going to be who can be more perfect right now.
Absolutely. Between these two, I think it's whoever makes the mistake first.
Yeah.
That's really the pass between these two is pretty much going to come down to, like you said. Now this track's a little tricky to do the bump and run because you're so loose. You almost could probably just end up wrecking the guy in front of you.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. So I don't want to say the bump and run is out, but you do diamond the turns as a person, and you could dive bomb the turn. And then again, you do take a chance of catching the guy in the corner still. I think it's whoever's going to make the mistake. Right now, you see 2 to go. And you see the Hostler's working him over. Yeah. Collins is coming to the white flag here.
Collins is sort of hitting a mini diamond currently.
You can see them both. You see both of them right there. Got really sideways. So 4 more turns for Hostler. Does he got anything for him? He closes up there to Collins. They come out of turn 2. Down the back stretch, and looks like Collins was able to pull away just enough that time, and I think Hostler's just too far back. But it's going to be Parker Collins here in the dominating win. Lane gave him everything there. Coming home in second, and Jordan Trask with a good finish up in third here tonight. Man, what a run that was. Loved it.
I'd say probably a perfect race from him, man.
Heck yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, like we said, some cautions here and there, but what you said, man, these guys out here, man, put on a good show. And they were teammates too, by the way. Collins and Hostler.
I had a great night for their team, man.
Only dads that got them some ringers. Just to get them free subscription. All right. You want to get a talk with Jordan?
Yeah.
All right, bring up old Jordan. Let's get a word with him.
Well, Jordan, good finish tonight. I know you've been struggling with some bad luck this season, but great drive. Made it through a lot of traffic. Timed your pit stops great. How does it feel?
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with the result. I felt like I was going to be pretty good here today. I'm always pretty good at Dover and all these unique 1 mile tracks, and as soon as I saw Parker and the speed he had in qualifying in the race, I knew it'd be tough to beat him, and I thought I'd just give it all I had. Unfortunately, in that second last green run I had, right when I took second place away from Lane, I hit the wall pretty good, got some wheel damage, and I was fighting that the rest of the race. So I think I was definitely a second place car if I didn't have that damage, but I don't know. Lane looked really good that last run too. So it was a really fun fight. Glad to keep it clean, and it's a fun race.
Well, that's great to hear. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, huge thanks to you guys for the broadcast. Can't wait to watch this one back. It was fun, and always fun running with my team at Alloy Motorsports. And unfortunately, they didn't have a ton of luck. Had some issues on pit road. I think Judson's pit crew forgot to put the tires on one of the last stops, so that was real unfortunate. Yeah, big thanks to Chris and everyone who puts this league on. It's a lot of fun, and always looking forward to this one every week.
Great finish tonight, and thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Bradley and Joe. It's a lot of fun.
There you go, Jordan Trask pulling her off in third tonight, man. This man here, Lane Hostler, almost got her up here and won it. You want to talk with him?
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring him up.
Well, great finish tonight. We saw you beating on the bumper almost of Parker Collins. anything else you could have done there to maybe try and get by him?
I don't know. I tried for maybe the last 10-ish laps to see what I could set up. I just couldn't quite get the run I wanted. I was joking. I was telling him that if he would have left a lane, I would have stuck it in there. But just didn't quite have enough overall pace. I think realistically, I got kind of lucky with the way the cautions fell just to even be up where I was. I think if it had stayed going long runs, I think I had about a 10th place car. Realistically, though, it ended up being a pretty good night for me and Parker and the Only Dads guys.
Yeah, 1-2 finish for y'all, and I always say when we come to the short tracks, don't count Lane Hosler out. But sadly, couldn't get it, but still a P2 and a P1 for your teammate. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, you and Joe for doing the broadcast. Probably gonna watch this one back and fast forward through some crashes, but I always like to rewatch the races and see how they turned out and whether or not we're putting on a good show. It's that's kind of the goal, is to put on a good show. So.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you, and have a good night, man.
Thank you.
There we go. That's Lane Hostler, man, with a good run there in second. Like I said, they did put on a good show. This guy dominated. Parker joined the booth. Got a copy.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Well, put it on the pole. One, and from my record, I think you led every lap also. What else did you do tonight?
Oh man, I don't know. I could have led those one or two laps that Evan led there when he stayed out.
Yep,
but
okay, yep, that's it.
I think that was the only laps that I didn't lead.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was talking earlier.
I'll take that.
I was talking earlier. I said SDK needs to tell me something, how many laps a person led. That way I know. But yeah, I knew it was close to every one, but
it's close.
Whew.
Not quite, but
man, but still dominating tonight. How was the tire wear out there? Looks like you had it managed a little bit better than a lot out there. I mean, I know Hostler was coming there at the end, but how was you feeling there?
I felt really good. I felt like the tire wear was significantly better than what I thought. I wasn't really sure how it was going to all play out. I was kind of just biding my time and trying to underdrive it a little bit because I didn't really know where the limit was and where guys would start to come and go. Seth was kind of pushing me a little bit more on those first two runs that we had there, but especially that first round, I started to pull away and kind of found a groove and that I liked and that the tires liked, and just got in a rhythm from there, and just kept running that same line throughout the race. And then that last 20-25 lap run we had there to the finish, I was really pushing it. I knew Lane wasn't gonna pull up for me or anything, so I was really pushing it and got really tight on exit. I wasn't able to kind of dime in the corner like I wanted to. Just couldn't get the truck to rotate down quick enough where I needed it to be. So I kind of had to go up like a half lane on entry and then kind of take a diamond shape towards the bottom to get a low exit. And it kind of helped me. It helped the truck rotate a lot, and then also kind of took his line away to where he wasn't going to be able to pass anywhere but the bottom, which is kind of where I wanted him to be anyway. So it kind of worked out the way that it happened. It was a really great race. Really happy with how the race played out and just how we were able to keep it up front and keep it out of trouble. And then thanks to Lane for keeping it clean and good hard racing up front there at the end. Absolutely,
and like you say, Collins, man, just a dominating win tonight. Obviously breaking that streak there of Mike Kelly, who talked to you about that earlier. But man, I tell you, hey, I know it feels good to come out of a tricky track. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just all the Only Dads boys for everything they do, bring the fast trucks. Just want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, Chris and Fred and all those guys over at Clean Racing for putting on this great league. And I just want to thank all my friends and family watching and my beautiful wife.
There you go, Parker Collins bringing it home tonight in dominating form. And Brad, I know tonight wasn't the night you wanted, but hey, it ended up being a pretty good race out there. As we'll look through the results here real quick. Collins winning it, Hostler there in second, Trask in third, Honeycutt, Holman, Ford. Altus, man, 31 spots up in the 5th there. Gilliam up in 6th. Breaky there in 7th. Kenny 8th. Simley in 9th. Mike Kelly finishing out the 10s. We looked at the field here. What a race. I mean, Dover in a nutshell.
Yeah. Monster Mile, it's chewed up some cars.
It did. So, man, I tell you, but it ended up being a really good one here at Clean Racing League. Well, folks, there you go. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Had a good one here tonight for that man Parker Collins, dominating. And so far, pretty much whoever's been out front's dominated. We've seen Mike Kelly do it twice, now Parker Collins. But for myself and everyone, we got Dover tomorrow night, man, for the Elite Series at Clean Racing League. And then the ARCA Series on Wednesday. For myself and everyone, have a good night.